Hi, this will be a very interesting enema video. So I've got a few minutes, the enema's loaded, and I'm going to tell you about my thoughts and feelings of the conference. It was incredibly successful. Probably the best conference of my life, because I've struggled to understand so much of the science, but conference after conference, our immune system, the antibodies, our responses, the science, the politics, it's all becoming clearer and clearer and clearer to me. I won't get caught up in the specifics, but I wanted to let you know that I consider myself your representative if you're a terminally ill patient. So I'm in the front row of the conference, and I'm recording every word on my new Note 7 Samsung that's supposed to explode. And Samsung tells me not to use it, and I say, they've given me a terminal diagnosis. I couldn't give a shit. If I die because of the phone, it'll be the least of my worries. But I recorded every word of the conference. I fell asleep yesterday on the first afternoon because I was so tired from the effects of the therapies. And because that night I was up with some friends in the hostel smoking a joint for the first time in my life at midnight. And I only did it because I know of the medical benefits of marijuana. And I'm too scared to travel with my medical supply through the airports because I can't afford to get into trouble. So I paid attention in all the sessions. A lot of the sessions were specific to either breast cancer or colon cancer or lymphoma. But the presenters were truly gifted scientists, absolute world leaders. And at the end of every session, I was asking a question. And the questions I ask, you might consider them on your behalf. With everything I've learned, with my experiments, with all of my problems, with all of my discoveries, I share my perspective with the world's best scientists and doctors. So even though I can't present my papers, they rejected my papers, or even I only asked to be able to speak and to thank the scientists on your behalf and mine. It's becoming clearer to me, and this is probably the most important thing, that the leaders of our alternative health industry are probably doing most of us cancer patients a big disservice by drumming up this hatred of big pharma. Certainly they are not perfect, and certainly the regulators are not perfect, and there's heaps of improvement to make. But so many of us would be dead so much quicker if it wasn't for their medicines. Now, you know, there's no one who is more committed to alternative health than me. Like, I'm telling you this while I'm doing a coffee enema, for God's sake. Just here is my GCMF Super Probiotic Yogurt. Here is a green tea. And here are my master amino super protein pills from my wonderful friend Dr. Heinz Reinwald. So no one has done more alternative therapies than me. No one. And yet still I come back to being very, very grateful to Big Pharma and to all of the scientists, because what we need to help us survive with the best quality and quantity of life is the intelligent combination of both. And no one gets it. I bought all of my supplements, all of my off-label medications, my yogurt even, to try and show the scientists what we can do to improve our quality of life. And they're not interested yet. They're still just looking for drug-based solutions. I speak to my alternative friends, and they're completely against the antibodies and the drugs, and they just see Big Pharma as evil. And I see them as neither evil nor good. Alternatives are not evil or good. They just are what they are. And if we take away these negative labels and we have a spirit of cooperation, we can save many, many more lives. But everybody is still fighting. And the fighting's getting more intense. For some people, their truth about cancer is that Big Pharma is evil. But my truth about cancer is that Big Pharma has saved my life. And that the big alternative industry has saved my life. And it's time for us to work together. And that's really another goal of my foundation, the Traherne Immunotherapy Foundation. Somehow, by God's grace, if I live, that's what I will work for. But I need your help, so please go fund me. Give me the resources that I can use to help you, to help me, to help our children. We can make such more rapid progress. The key point that I got across to many of the scientists in a one-on-one engagement and doctors was that my model, and I said, you've got to think about it, the rapid translation model, where I get the latest ideas from these conferences and I implement them in me. I'm doing it right now. I'm formulating next week's treatments based on what I've learned in this fantastic conference. And I'll watch all of the videos many, many times. I'm struggling with what is really ethical. I don't know anymore. I am in such uncharted waters. I hate the advice that even these best scientists and doctors are giving people. Even in the colorectal forum, I talked about metformin, cimetidine, Celebrex, aspirin, and all of my wonderful alternative medicines. And these world leaders didn't even know about it. They don't know about their methods of action and how we can use them to reduce the tumour's growth so that the immune system can have a good chance at saving us or extending our lives. So they don't know. It's just like the big religious argument facing humanity. The super devout Christians don't know what's happening in the Islamists' heart. Certainly the extreme Islamic terrorists don't know the goodness in the Christian's heart. If they did, how could they kill them? It is this ignorance of each other's position that's causing all the murders in the name of God. And likewise, it's the ignorance of the alternative industry of Big Pharma and Big Pharma's ignorance of the alternative industry that's killing us cancer patients. It's exactly the same. It's just human ignorance, and everything that's in my heart is to educate you, to educate yourselves about what's really important. So start with my Immunotherapy University. Read everything on the Life Extension website about cancer, and you'll have the foundations for your miracle. I need to relax and concentrate on my enema. I slept last night for like a good 10 hours because I was so exhausted. And in that time, my magnificent subconscious mind has been tying together all of the loose ends from the conference, from all of the conversations, from all of the lectures. I'm trying to improve the quality of my YouTube material. I'm trying to improve the quality of my blog. And day by day, I'm getting stronger and smarter, and I have more hope, not less hope. Maybe this touches you, and if it does, please just GoFundMe and spread my message of education and cooperation for cancer patients. The overriding message, if there's one take-home message from the conference, it's this simple. A lot of the things I've said from day one are correct still. That treatment-naive stage 4 cancer patients have a 10 to 20% boost in the results on all of these trials. So if you're thinking, if you're going to go and try and save your life and shoot for a miracle, what will give you the best chance? What will give you the best chance is not to do systemic chemo initially, except in one situation where you're in the context of a trial and they're offering it to you, just 1 or 2 hits of systemic chemo. That's all you can tolerate. Just 1 or 2. Generate some antigens and kick in your immune system. Good luck. God bless. And if you want to do coffee enema as well, you can do that too. One day I'll prove how fantastic they are. Every second is precious in the journey for your survival. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Enjoy every second, but use every second wisely to save your life. It's possible. I'm still alive, and maybe I'm going to have the best miracle yet. And if that happens, I might get some publicity to share my message even further. So I'm in Barcelona, the sun is shining. It's early afternoon and I'm going to the beach. I got a hug from the most beautiful girl last night at 2 a.m. in the morning. I was dancing with an American cheerleader named Mary in the hottest nightclub in Barcelona called Eclipse in the W Hotel. My life is absolutely fantastic and I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be alive, I'm blessed to have you, and I'm blessed to have God. So I've got to go. And as the candle flickers, so does the hope in my heart. It's really quite a hot fire. Use the fire in you to save you. And if you don't feel the fire, look for it and you'll find it. It's absolutely possible to beat stage 4 cancer with the immunotherapeutics and the viruses and the technologies we've got today. And if you want any help at all, contact me. God bless us all. Amen.